Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Investor Show. As always, this is your host, Prince Dice, coming all the way live from the beautiful state of Denver, Colorado. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, comment, and share button if you like this video or podcast, or have you catching us around the globe. Drop some comments if you got questions below. And also, don't drop a comment telling me to fix my smoke detector because I know it's going off and I'm going to get that fixed, all right? But as always, I don't have a lot of time, and I definitely know you guys and girls don't have a lot of time, so we're going to jump straight into it. So as you guys can see, guys and girls can see in this description box, this video is going to be about how much do I need to make to earn a dividend. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how much. I'm going to break down the formulas. On this video, I'm going to break down the formulas to tell you how much you need to invest. Then I'm going to show you how to find the stocks that can meet your how to find the dividend paying stocks that can meet your dividend goals. Then I'm also going to show you how you can set up a watch list inside of Etrade and using the income estimator to tell you how much you will make in a quarter, a month, or anything else like that with dividends. But first, let me tell you this. Dividends are not guaranteed. Just because a company is paying you dividends today doesn't mean they have to pay you dividends tomorrow. Just because a company has paid dividends for the last 5 years don't mean they have to pay you dividends tomorrow. Just because they're paying 5% today doesn't mean they have to pay 5% forever. They can go up in dividends, they can go down in dividends, or they can keep dividends the same. And another thing to note, I want you to know, is that companies that usually pay that 4, 5, 6, 7, 8% dividends that you love to see come to your account every month, they usually don't go up that high. They usually don't grow that much because that is millions and sometimes billions of dollars that they're handing back to us investors. Some companies like your Amazon or your Berkshire Hathaways or whatever the case may be, they will say, hey, instead of us paying you all, mostly technology companies, instead of us paying you all these big, nice dividends, how about we take this money, reinvest it into the company? Yes, you will not collect the dividend, but you're going to collect value off of the asset price that as the price goes up. So they look at you earning your money from the price going up. But some people make a lot of money. They want to make dividends. So let's jump straight into it now that we all know that. So here's the formula that I kind of threw together up here. You know, it's nothing too fancy dancy. I'm pretty sure there are 10,000 ways you can do it, but pretty much you go up here and you decide how much a company is paying in dividends. Let's say Verizon is paying 4%. You put that over 100. How much do you want to earn annually in dividends? Someone wrote me and said, hey, I want to earn $1,200 a month. How much do I need to invest? So $1,200, I'm not $1,200 a month, $100 a month. So $100 a month is 100 times 12 is $1,200 a year. So you want to earn $1,200 a year. So you put that up here. And then if you use this formula, this will tell you how much you need to invest. So for prime example, we have a person that is, let's say if a company is paying 4% in dividends. You want to earn $100 a month, $1,200 a year. So you're going to take 1,200 times 100, or whatever it is. If you want it 1,500, 300, 3,000, whatever the case may be, you can use this for any number. Multiply that times 100. The number that you come up with, in this case, is 12,000. You're going to take the 12,000 and you're going to divide it by the annual dividend that a company is paying. Let's say if a company is paying 4, 5, 6%. This example, I'm using 4%. You're going to need to invest $30,000 to earn $100 a month just off of dividends from a company that's continuously paying you 4% a month, which is equivalent to 4% a year, which is equivalent to $100 a month. All right. Now that you know this, how can you actually implement this, right? Okay, great, Prince. I know it. I got the formula. How can I find companies that will match me dividend wise? And we're going to jump straight into it. So here we're going to go to research. We're going to go to stocks, and we're going to go to stock screener. See that? Research stocks, stock screener. Now when you go there, you're going to roll on down, stroll on down. And we're going to put in, like I put in here, I put dividend yield between 4 to 6%. You can use 2 to 4, positive yield, whatever you want to do. We're just going to put 2 to 4%. And now here's another interesting filter here where it says dividend growth 5 years. Now, some companies, just because it's paying a dividend now, we discussed it doesn't have to pay in the future. So some people like to see a company that has a long history of paying dividends. So for prime example, in this situation, you can say, I want a company that in the last 10 or 15 years, it has had positive dividend growth or it has paid dividends. So you can utilize this filter here and say, hey, within the last 10, 15 years, what company has paid between 4 to 6% in dividends, right? It tells you they have 26 matches. So we're going to go on down here. We're going to look at those matches. Now, here are the companies. Here are the 26 companies that pays between 4 to 6 in dividends over the last 10 to 15 years. One of the big companies I look up here, you have all these companies. One of them is Budweiser, right? I heard of Budweiser. You've seen the commercial. So we can click on that. Now, once you click on that, you can see here dividend yield. It pays 5% annually or semi-annually. This one pays semi-annually because you can see it here. Semi-annually, this one pays dividends, right? So that's how you can be able to find a company. Now what I'm going to teach you is how you can build a watch list to tell you how much you can potentially make in a month, a year, a quarter, 2 years down the line, or whatever the case may be, how much you need to invest to actually implement that. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to create a watch list, right? So here we go. Here's how to create a watch list. You're going to go to accounts, then you're going to go to watch list. We're going to hit manage watch list, and we're going to create a new one for the sake of this video. We're going to title it 10, just for purposes, right? So we're going to title it 10. Now we're going to look at Budweiser, which is BUD. What's the symbol, right? Budweiser. Now once we hit Budweiser, we're going to click add. Now Budweiser is in there. And let's say with Budweiser, we already know, since it is Budweiser, what you're going to do is, let's say you brought 300 shares. 300 shares of Budweiser at $79.26 today, right? And you want to hold it for the long term, we're going to hit save. All right, so here it is. Now it's in our watch list. We have a watch list of Budweiser. We brought $23,000 worth. That's what it's going to cost, $79. And let's say you brought that, right? Now we're going to see how much money will you make off of this portfolio. Here we go. So I'm pretty sure it's 10,000 ways to get to it, but I can just search income estimator. And once I click it, it's going to take me straight to it. So now, this is what we're going to do. Up here, you're going to click on you're going to click this arrow and you're going to pick Tim, right? That's the one we named that, remember? We named the watch list behind. So time period, let's say within the next year, or you can use a custom date range, however you want to do within the next year. On this, how much money will I make in income, right? So this tells me, boom. Semi-annually, this tells me that in a year, within the next year, in dividends, I will make $547, right? So this one is telling me right here how much money I'm going to make in dividends. Like this tells me right here, status. This is announced. This means that they have already committed to doing this, right? I'm going to make $273, and this is estimated, right? This is going to tell me what I'm going to be paid. This is going to give me the estimates, and it's going to tell me you're going to be paid semi-annually. Now, this is going to tell you, hey, this is how much you're going to make in dividends announced in this portfolio. If I brought this today, this is what I'm going to make announced, and this is what is estimated, and this is the total. So you can play around with this and kind of, build a watch list, see how much you're going to make from it, what stocks you can buy, and see how much you can make off of it and within the next year, right? And this is going to tell you in December, you're going to make, on December 21st, it's going to pay you $273. And then in June, it's going to pay you another $273, semi-annually. So every 6 months is going to pay you if you had Budweiser in your company, right? So anyway, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, comment, and share button. Until the next video, podcast, or whatever else you see me do crazy around the globe. Peace, be safe, I'm out.